Facts that are guaranteed to ruin your day. The reason why jelly beans are so shiny is due to an ingredient called shellac, which is made of insect poop. And speaking of poop, scientists have said that 20% of all office mugs contain traces of fecal bacteria. This is what the skull of a child looks like before all their teeth come in. It's kinda freaky. 1 in 5 American adults have admitted to peeing in pools. And finally, if you cuddle with a koala bear, you could get chlamydia. Weirdest things that have ever been found inside of people. A fully intact toothbrush was once removed from a 55-year-old man's stomach. A man was once attacked and stabbed in the head with a knife. He lived, and for 4 years he complained of having headaches and head pain, until he went to the doctors and they discovered that the 4-inch knife blade was lodged in his skull. This is what it looked like. After a fight with her boyfriend, a Chinese woman swallowed a bunch of rocks to help cope with her pain. I wonder if it worked. A woman once had to get 78 eating utensils removed from her stomach. Yeah, 78. And nobody knows why she did it. These are the weirdest looking animals you will ever see. This is a purple frog. It lives in the forests of Asia and it's gotta be one of the strangest looking animals I've ever seen. This is a Brazilian tree hopper, and this thing looks just like a Pokemon. This is a cereal leaf beetle, and those things inside of it are its larvae. This is a Myanmar snub-nosed monkey, and honestly, it kinda scares me. But if I'm being real, it just kinda looks like Michael Jackson. These are some of the strangest ways people have ever died. 2 guys who were working at SeaWorld were given the job of lifting an orca whale out of the pool. One of the men went underneath the whale to inspect, and the other dude accidentally let go of the crane, and well, yeah. A woman was once mistakenly pronounced dead, woke up at her own funeral and saw all of her family members freaking out. She then had a heart attack and died. A dude once OD'd after taking an entire bottle of Viagra. This one's really weird, but a woman once died after a nurse accidentally injected her bloodstream with soup instead of blood. How does that even happen? These are the weirdest things that have ever happened in a Walmart. This elderly couple decided to get married inside of a Walmart. They met in that store, and every single decoration involved in their wedding was from Walmart. A man once crawled into a Walmart dressed as a cow, stole over 25 gallons of milk, and then proceeded to hand them out to random people. He later was arrested. The police once arrested a man for cooking meth inside of a Walmart bathroom. Just imagine you need to take a pee, you go into the bathroom and you see a guy going full-on Walter White mode. A guy went into a Walmart looking for a new wallet, and when he bought one, he found 4 human teeth inside of it. Crazy facts about the desert. The largest desert in the world is Antarctica. If you're looking at Earth from outer space, all of the world's deserts combined cover a total of 1/3 of the planet. It's not uncommon for desert highway workers to find dead bodies right by the road. And finally, only about 20% of the world's deserts have sand. These are the strangest things that have ever been caught on camera. This video shows what appears to be a dark humanoid type creature crawling towards a bunch of boys playing soccer. Once the kids see it, they immediately run away in terror. Nobody knows for sure what this animal was, but many people claim that it was the South American mythical beast known as the Pombero. This next video was taken at the funeral of a 7-year-old girl. It shows one of the balloons that was next to her coffin somehow floating directly to her crying mother in the audience. Many people believe that this was the girl trying to comfort her mother from the grave. These are some of the coolest houses in the world. This Dubai home is known as the Seahorse House. It sits on the top of the water like an island and is completely isolated from everybody else. As if literally living in a tropical ocean wasn't cool enough, the main bedroom is completely underwater and has glass walls that give it a beautiful view of the sea life. This Pennsylvania house was built on top of a waterfall in the middle of a forest. Despite its modern look, this house is over 55 years old. It's the perfect home for anybody who loves to be in nature. These are the strangest things that have ever been caught on camera, part 2. This footage from a security camera in Alaska shows what appears to be a real-life Men in Black agent talking to the store's receptionist. Unfortunately, there isn't any audio in this clip, but what the man appears to say to the woman alarms her, as she reaches into her drawer, pulls out a gun, and aims it at the man. But all the man does in response is remain calm, lift his hand in the air, tilt it and then put it right back down on the desk. This seemed to put the woman in some sort of a trance, as she put the gun down and gave him a mysterious package. This next video shows a woman shopping in China when an item behind her mysteriously falls down. She then proceeds to pick it up and put it back onto the shelf. Immediately after doing this, she begins to act very strangely, as if she was being possessed. She then falls to the ground and proceeds to freak out as if she was in severe pain. As the other shoppers in the store try to help the woman, she lets out a ghostly scream which causes the camera to flicker and items to shake. Many people believe that this lady was possessed. These are some of the luckiest moments that have ever been caught on camera. This video shows a pilot struggling to start the engine of his plane on the runway, when all of a sudden a plane behind him zooms by him and almost decapitates him. This dashcam footage shows a motorcyclist crashing into a car in front of him, flying off of his bike and landing a perfect flip on top of the moving car. Not gonna lie, this is probably one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. These are the strangest things that have ever been caught on camera, part 3. A group of fishermen were on their boat off of the coast of Maine when they spotted 2 deer swimming in the middle of the ocean. These deer were in open water and were miles away from any sort of land. The fishermen rescued them, but were confused as to how and why they were all the way out there. This video from China appears to show 2 big cars somehow being levitated into the air. All around, people were freaking out, as no gust of wind could have possibly lifted these 2 cars into the air. To this day, nobody knows for sure what pulled these cars into the air. Creepy facts that you don't want to hear. Chainsaws were invented to help birth babies. A prisoner who survived the electric chair said that death tasted like peanut butter. In the 1800s, it was not uncommon for families to take a photo with their recently dead relative for one last thing to remember them by. It has been proven that ghosts or spirits are able to emotionally, physically, and mentally affect you. And finally, there is an estimated 50 to 100 serial killers at large right now. Strangest things ever caught on camera, part 4. This video, which was taken in Russia, shows what appears to be a Bigfoot-like creature riding through the forest at a decent speed. While many people may say that this looks like a gorilla, there's no known species of primate that lives in Russia. Skeptics have had a hard time trying to figure out what this creature is, as you can clearly see its human-like arms and its broad shoulders. This next clip was filmed outside of an Indian hospital and shows a hospital bed somehow moving on its own. Due to the trees in the background not moving at all with the wind, it's pretty apparent that some paranormal being likely caused this. And if that's not enough, moments later one of the hospital employees was walking outside when he saw the table move with his own eyes. He then turned around and began to walk away, even looking back as if he was wondering what he just witnessed. Bizarre facts that'll blow your mind. A bolt of lightning can reach up to 53,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Researchers found by flossing your teeth, you're actually helping to improve your memory. Jack Daniel, the inventor of Jack Daniel's whiskey, died from kicking a safe with his foot. This caused his toe to break, which ended up getting infected, which ultimately led to his death. And finally, Dwayne Johnson holds the world record for the most selfies taken in 3 minutes with 105.